Good morning, kids. I'm trying things a little bit differently, so maybe you can see my work a little bit better. We're going to subtract today using the standard algorithm. We did this yesterday, but yesterday we were drawing the place value blocks off to the side, and today we're just kind of taking that part away from it. So I've stacked two numbers, and as you know, you are always going to start in the ones place. So you take a look, and if it's bigger on the bottom, then you have to borrow. So I've got a 6, and I need to take away 8. It's bigger on the bottom, so I have to borrow. So I come over to the tens place, and I borrow one. I'm going to take a 10, which will leave me 3 tens. I know that if I take a 10 rod and I smash it into singles, I'm going to get 10 singles. So I'm going to add those 10 singles or ones to the 6 that I have. So instead of 6, I'll have 16. Then I can subtract. 16 minus 8 is 8. 3 minus 2 is 1. And 3 minus 1 is 2. Don't forget that you can check it really easily by starting at the bottom and adding up. So is 8 plus 8 16? Yep, we're good. Is 1 plus 2 3? We're good. And is 2 plus 1 3? So we must have done that one correctly. Let's try one more. Let's do... Alright. I've got 634 minus 258. I'm going to start at the ones. I have 4. I want to take away 8. And I can't. It's bigger on the bottom. I need to borrow a 10. I'm going to cross out the 3. And instead of 3 tens, I will only have 2 tens because I'm going to borrow 1. That gives me 10 more ones. I'm going to cross out the 4, and 10 more than 4 is 14. Then I can subtract. 14 minus 8, do you remember? It's 6. Good. Now I have 2 tens, and I'd like to take away 5. I can't. It's bigger on the bottom. I don't have enough. So I go next door to the hundreds. I cross out the 6, and I leave myself with 5 hundreds. That gives me 10 tens. So I'm going to add my 10 tens to the 2 that I have. That gives me 12 tens. 12 minus 5 is 7, and 5 minus 2 is 3. We can check it. Is 6 plus 8 14? Yep. 7 plus 5 12, and is 3 plus 2 5? Yeah. It gets a little bit confusing for kids because you're taking 1 and adding 10, but that's always going to be the case. And I'm going to tell you a little secret that I don't want you to tell your third grade teachers. It's always the case no matter how big the number gets. So if you can do this 3-digit subtraction, you can do subtraction that is super big. Because all you have to remember is that the place value to the left is always 10 times bigger than the one to the right. And it doesn't matter how big you go. Every time you borrow, you take 1 and it gives you 10. It's going to take 10 singles to make a 10 rod. It's going to take 10 10 rods to make a hundreds flat. And it's going to take 10 hundreds flats. It's going to be harder for me to draw. To give you, how's that? A thousands cube. So you could actually, if you can do this, you could actually start writing problems that get bigger and bigger and bigger. You just keep taking 1, adding 10, taking 1, adding 10 every time you need to borrow. All right, but don't tell anybody that, because that's not second grade work. This is. You only have a practice page today because just practicing this is not in our Pearson program, so you can't use your homework page. But you're welcome to print out what we put on Seesaw if that's easier for you, or you could even have someone just draw up some problems for you. Whatever's easiest, okay? But just try to do some practicing today. Have a good day. Bye.